evening, ma'am. Good evening, classmates. I am May Beneficer Salva from BS Ed English 3, and my report is all about the types of transfer. So we have several types of transfer, and let us tackle first the positive transfer. Positive transfer is a positive transfer occurs when learning in one context improves performance in some other context. For instance, a speaker of Spanish would find it easier to learn Mexican language than Japanese. So, when we say positive transfer, is that when we can use what we have learned in other things, or old things we have learned that can help us to learn another things or activities. Like for example, kapag natuto tayong gumamit ng bike, sa ngayon marunong tayo magbike, so posibleng pag gusto nating matuto ng mag-drive ng motor is mapapadali na lamang kasi marunong na tayo mag-balance dahil nga marunong na tayo mag-drive or mag-balance ng bike. So pag gusto mong matuto mag-drive ng motor, madali na lang kasi marami ka nang natutunan galing sa pag-drive ng bike. Next is a negative transfer. Negative transfer occurs when learning in one context impacts negatively or performance in another. For example, learners commonly assimilate a new language's phonetics to crude approximations in their native tongue and use word orders carried over their native tongue. Example, there may be a tendency for a Visayan speaking child to frequently interchange the e and I sounds when speaking in. So, for example, sa negative transfer is kapag natuto tayong mag-drive ng motor na walang clutch. 'Di ba pag nasanay tayo na mag-drive ng motor na walang clutch? Tapos pag pinag-drive tayo ng motor na may clutch, 'di ba mas nalilito ka or nahihirapan kasi nga mas nasasanay ka sa motor na walang clutch. So, yun yung tinatawag natin na negative transfer. Mas nagiging negative ang impact sa atin kasi mas nahihirapan tayong matutunan dahil nga mas nasasanay tayo sa kung ano yung una nating natutunan. And that's it for my report, and the next type of transfer is reported by the next reporter. Thank you.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, classmates. So this is my report. My topic is all about near transfer. So what is near transfer? Refers to transfer between very similar contexts. This is also called to as a specific transfer. So what is a specific transfer? A specific transfer is direct acquire of learned skills of each student. So example na lamang ito ay halimbawa ang isang bata ay sumagot sa isang algebraic questions, ay ang kanyang sagot mababase sa kanyang pagkaintindi by using his or her critical thinking skills. Next is far transfer refers to a transfer between contexts that on appearance seems remote and alien to another. This is also called general transfer. So ang example lamang nito ay madidevelop ang kaalaman ng isang bata by using a puzzles or sa araw-araw na kanyang experience at sa araw-araw niyang problema.
Conditions and principle of transfer. Condition factors affecting transfer of learning. Similarity between two learning situations.
Variety of learning experiences. Variety of learning experiences means
using different methods and approaches or learn something new. This help you or us understand the concept better and makes learning more engaging. Example, you are learning about solar system. You could read books, watch a documentary, build a model, go to a planetarium. By combining these various learning experiences, you gain a deeper understanding of the topic and remember it better. Principle of transfer. The more similar the two situations are, the greater the chances that learning from one situation will be transferred to the other situation. In other words, the more you can see the similarities between what you're learning and what you already know, the more likely you are to successfully apply that new knowledge in different contexts. Implici- Amplification involves students and learning situations and tasks that are similar as possible to a situation where they would apply task. Degree of meaningfulness, relevance of learning. Degree of meaningfulness, relevance of learning refers to how much the information you're learning connects to your existing knowledge, interests, and goals. It's about how personally meaningful and relevant the learning experience is to you. Meaningful learning leads to greater transfer than rote learning. Remember to provide opportunities for learners to, to link new materials to what they learned to the past. Length of instructional time. Length of Length of instructional time. The length of instructional time refers to a total amount of time dedicated to teaching and learning specific subject or topic. It's the time students spend actively engaged in learning activities under the guidance of instructor. The length of instructional time can be depending on factors like grade level, subject, or school schedule. The longer the time spent in instruction, the greater the probability of transfer. To ensure transfer, teach at few topics in depth rather than many topics tackled in a shallow manner.
Context for learners' experiences. Its principle of transfer is transfer of learning is most likely to happen when learners discover that what they've learned is applicable to various contexts. And the implication relate a topic in one subject to a topic in other subjects or disciplines related also to real life. When students relating topics across disciplines and to everyday life, it enhances their transfer of learning, promotes holistic thinking, and prepares students for real-world challenges. Focus on principles rather than tasks. Principle transfer is easier than fact because principles provide universal, adaptable understanding, applying broadly across contexts. Facts, conversely, require memorization and context-specific and may lose relevance. This makes principle more retainable and transferable. Zero and on principles related to each topic together with strategies based on those principles. Team must be focused on underlying principles across topics, identifying universal concepts and strategies. This principle approach facilitates connection, deepens understanding, and enables adaptable application across contexts. Emphasis on metacognition. Principle of transfer. Students' reflection improves transfer of learning. Student reflection strengthens transfer of learning by consolidating knowledge, fostering critical thinking, and promoting self-awareness. Through reflection, learners connect new information to existing knowledge, enabling effective application and retention in various contexts. Implication: encourage students to take responsibility for their own learning and to reflect on what they learned. Encouraging students to take ownership of their learning cultivates autonomy, self-motivation, and reflective practice. This empowerment fosters metacognitive awareness, enabling students to evaluate, adjust, and optimize their learning strategies.